Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in. If you saw the previous video on how to make the Hormel chili tamales, and I showed you how easy it was to make and how quick, so I just wanted to show you how to do this so you could do this type of meal for your own family or friends or whoever. So I'll show you how quick we could do this, the salad and the tamales. Okay guys, enjoy. So what you want to do first is go for a half of a can of chili. Of course, you want to use the chili that doesn't have the beans in it, because if they have the the kidney beans in there, they're not nearly as good, and it kind of takes away from the flavor of the tamales. So we'll go a half a can, and then what you want to do is put that in the microwave for about 2 minutes. You definitely want to cover it so it doesn't splash all over the place. So let's pop that in the microwave for 2 minutes. Now keep in mind, you're going to be microwave everything later as well. So this is just to heat it up, kind of a base heat up. While you're doing that, get your tamales open. Of course, guys, the faster you go, the sooner they'll be on the table. And these are gonna, once you get the chili down, these are gonna go into the bowl. And it takes, let's see, you just microwave them, put a lid over the top. Let me take a look here. It's only 3 minutes, guys, but you want to do the whole can. And once you do that, you can actually get your salad going as well. So while that stuff's microwaved and you want to be putting your salad on, I like to buy the already made Veggie Lovers salad. It's very, very tasty. And then you want to use your sides. So I like to use avocado and onion here. So you want to cut that up. Now that this is done, guys, you can tell just by stirring it up if it's ready. Oh yeah, definitely. So we want to put that on, and then what you want to do is put that down on, because that's going to be your base. So you can keep using the same bowl. What you want to do is now put your tamales in there, and try and do this without making a mess, of course, so you don't. So cleanup's a lot easier. But you just put those right in there, and you're going to want to cover those loosely, it says, and do that for 3 minutes, guys. So you can take that same paper towel, put it right over the top, and go 3 minutes on that. And just double check, make sure. Sometimes they want you to also cook it on like a medium power, but this is just saying heat on high for 3 minutes. or until hot. Let tamales stand for 1 minute. Carefully remove paper and serve. So let's get back to our salad. What you want to do is use your onion for both the salad, and you want to have enough onion for your tamales as well. So just get rid of the very top of that. If you're kind of running short, you have to be careful because the outer layer of the onion is not going to be that great. But if you're short, you might need it. So let's go ahead and get that. I like a lot of onion. And like I said, you're going to want to make sure to have enough for both the salad and the tamales, where you will definitely be missing out. Now, I don't recommend cutting up your onion over the salad. The reason I do that is so I don't scratch up the plate. It's much better if you have a cutting board. Of course, I don't have one, so I just put the salad down and then cut it. Always being extremely careful not to cut yourself, obviously. And then you want to just cube your avocado. Once you cube it, while it's still in, just go around the outside like that and just kind of spread it out. What we want to do is put some of our onions over here because we want to make sure you have some onions for the main course, guys. So that looks good there. And then what we're going to do is put our avocado on here. The better you cut it at the first, when you're doing the cubes, the easier it will be to get that out of here. What I like to do is use my fork to get the remaining avocado out. And remember, guys, waste not, want not, is what that saying is. Now, of course, I like to have some cheese on that as well. And you want to have enough cheese for your tamales and for your salad. Of course, because you're already doing cheese on the tamales, you don't need a ton, but I just do it for a little bit of flavor. So, kind of sprinkle that on there. Like I said, not a ton. And then you want to get your side stuff for your salad. I'll be right back. It's actually going to be peppers and like the little yellow peppers and the artichoke hearts. So let me grab those real fast, guys. Okay, you want to have your green salsa for your tamales. You want to have your yellow chili peppers, and of course your red hot salsa. And let's go ahead and get those on here. I would say like 3 or 4, and don't worry about the oil too, because this oil is actually can work almost as like an Italian dressing to mix with your ranch. So get a few avocados on there for you. And then what you want to do is have the yellow peppers for garnish. If you have a sensitive stomach, I wouldn't recommend eating these, but you still want to have them on there for a garnish because it just makes it look that much better. And I usually will eat a few, but they kind of are a little bit spicier than even a jalapeno, if not real comparable to a jalapeno. So the salad's almost done, guys. Then you want to hit it with some ranch dressing, and not too much, but not too little either, because you want to have a little bit on each thing. Okay. Now keep in mind your tamales are going to be hot, so be real careful with those. And then what you want to do is go take those out here. Usually what I do, guys, is I take them out and I put the wrappers back into the can. And like I said, just try not to make too big of a mess because it takes forever to clean up afterwards. But if you do it this way, just don't burn your fingers. You know, if it's hot, the faster you move, the better. And don't leave your fingers on too long if you feel it's real hot. And then use your fork too, and that'll help keep you from burning yourself. And then once you get all the wrappers off, you just want to place those right across the chili that you already heated up earlier. And it's just like going to be a bed of tamales here. And the real interesting part is, once you're done, you will put the gravy on top of the all the tamales. So that's really, really hot. So what we want to do, use a paper towel and pour that gravy and then the rest of the tamales right out. Okay? So now we're looking pretty good here, guys. Next step is going to be the sauces. So we're going to go hot sauce first. I like to just kind of spread it out over the top equally. Okay, and now something we didn't have in our last video is the green salsa, which I'm really liking these days. It's like a Mexican green salsa. It's made with tomatoes, but they're green tomatoes. Okay, sprinkle that on top. So it gives you a nice little medley of flavor. And then what you need to do, guys, keep in mind, we still have the chili, or the cheese here, and the onions. We still have the onions that we need to put on. So those are on the side of the plate. And as you, I don't know if you can see that, but those are on the side. So we'll put those on top. Be very generous with your cheese. I like to use the cheddar jack mix. It's like a medley of the two. Sprinkle that on top. Get a nice amount of cheese. It's very important. The cheese almost makes this dinner. So once you get the cheese on there, you want to kind of spread it out a little bit better. And then take those onions. I usually put the onions on after I microwave it, but since we didn't have a ton of onions, we're just going to have to deal with what we have here, guys. This is going to be popped right into the microwave now. And you don't even need to cover it. Okay, 2 minutes for that. Let that cheese melt on there. I would check it at 1.5 minutes. The last step, guys, is going to be if you have cherries, put those on your salad as well on the sides. But we didn't have any cherries tonight. But basically, once you're done, it's real fast cleanup. Put that stuff in the sink so you don't have to deal with it. Use your bag that all this stuff was stored in earlier, your grocery bag, and it just makes cleanup that much easier. And of course your chili, you'll have a half left for tomorrow for something else. Maybe you can use that for some chips. And you know, I usually worry about cleaning up after I'm done. But you can kind of clean as you go. It makes it easier for when you're after you're done eating. But I mean, as far as like hitting it with the rag and all that. And so basically we have everything we need here. Grab yourself a paper towel. And once you get your paper towel, your cheese should be melted. So let's see how that's going. Oh yeah, it's looking perfect. The only thing I can recommend to you guys is at least a half an onion for this meal. I had a quarter of an onion, and so it wasn't quite enough for both. I mean, obviously I have a little on it, of the salad, and a little on the tamales, but it's much better if you have a ton of onion. It just really sets everything off. And the last part of the meal, once the cheese is all melted, is your chips. So it's going to be hot. I recommend grabbing from the sides if it's too hot. If not, let it cool for a minute. And what you want to do, take your chips and put those around the outside. And it's almost like you do it like a garnish, where the center is going to be showing all the cheese and the onions and all the different sauces and stuff. And the chips just go around the outside. I prefer the Mexican chips that you get at like a Mexican restaurant. They're usually like, it's obviously a corn chip, but it's just, they're baked a little bit different than these are, and they're bigger. But anyways, these work too. It's still corn chips. And you just put them around the outside like that, guys. And I'll tell you what, how long do you think that took for that meal? I would say approximately 10 minutes to make this beautiful meal. So I would recommend you guys try this. And what we'll do, let you take a look at the beautiful salad and the tamales. I'll get you a better look at it in a second. But you guys, only thing left now is to enjoy. So please give this a shot, try it. Like I said in the previous video, the canned tamales are delicious. People just don't know that you need to kind of doctor them up like this, and you need that side salad to set everything off. And I guarantee you, you will love this. Even your company will love it, especially your kids. Like my niece, this is one of her favorite things. So guys, thanks so much for checking us out. What I'll do is let you guys take a look at the what I call fruition of your labor. And oh, I almost forgot, salt and pepper to taste, guys. I generally hit salt first. A good way to make sure your salt's working, hit it like this first into your hand, and you'll see how much is pouring out, how fast, and then you could do it accordingly. So hit that, and of course you want to have a nice amount of pepper on there on your salad. It's really good for presentation, and it makes the vegetables taste a lot better with that salt on the ranch. And then hit this as well with some salt, some pepper, and voila, as the French say, you're done. Guys, this is going to be awesome. So I'll let you see the fruition of my labor, and I'll let you know how it tastes. Getting a little bit of artichoke in there. Wow. That is awesome. I love the way these peppers taste with salad. Just such a good flavor. And one other thing, when you're before you eat your tamales, make sure they did cool down enough, because you need at least 2 or 3 minutes to let those cool after you pop them out of the microwave, after you do the cheese. So good, guys. Now, there's 2 ways to eat your tamales. One is just with the fork. The other way is with your chips. So, the thing about the chips is, it'll kind of take a little bit of the flavor, and it basically overpowers what. So you want to try the food first, and we'll get a nice little bite of that. Get your fork clean. You don't want to have any ranch or anything on your fork for your first bite, because you want to try this. Okay guys, once you try your salad, you move on to your tamales with all the sauces and the gravy. And what I like to do first is get a couple bites, and you want to make sure you get the onion with it. It's very important. If you can put raw onion on, it's better. Let's see if I can get a piece. Not what I mean by that is like you don't want to microwave your onion. You don't want to have any ranch on it either. But we didn't have a whole lot of onion tonight, so here's a piece that doesn't have any ranch really. Because when you microwave your onion, it takes some of the flavor out, and you won't be able to get that crisp bite. And it has a little, like I said, it has a lot more flavor when you try it when it's just nice and cold. So first thing I like to do is get all the ranch off the fork. That way you can try it without having the ranch take away the flavors. And try the tamale with the sauce and an onion first. I am telling you guys, that is freaking good. 10 out of 10. Get yourself some cheese and some onion on a bite. And make sure you get some of that tamale in there. And I am telling you what, it is delish. Absolutely delish. Just doesn't get any better than that, guys. For canned tamales, I like them way better than your regular tamales that you get from a Mexican restaurant, the more traditional style. These have the beef flavor, the corn, and then with a little bit of extra corn bite, use these crispy chips and try it with that now. And I'll tell you what, it's just like a chips and dip with all the sauces and the gravy and the salsa and everything. Absolutely unbelievably good. I guarantee you guys, people will love this. Have your friends and family over and serve this to them. They wouldn't even realize it's such a cheap, easy dinner, but wow, is it ever good. Try it with a little bite of your pepper. What a delicious meal. And then once you get a nice few bites of that, go back to your salad. What you don't want to do is get filled up on salad. And that's why I take a few bites of that, and then I go to this. The main course, of course, the tamales. And guys, when you're finished, you very well might have a half plate left. You might have some salad left. Of course, it doesn't do that well in the fridge when it's already got salad dressing on it. But you know what? Just for one night, you can handle it. It'll be okay. And then, of course, put this in the fridge tomorrow, and you'll have a nice breakfast. I'd recommend doing like a couple fried eggs over easy. Reason I like over easy is because once you put that on your plate with all your other food, it continues to cook just a touch, and it comes out almost over medium. If you go over medium to start, then it's going to be way overcooked. But guys, I guarantee you, you're going to love this. Thanks again so much for checking us out, and we'll see you soon. Check the other videos, and there's a lot of stuff in there I think you'll like. But once again, thanks so much.